everybody likes a list, so I've decided to do, a few series on the list. And this is my first one I'm doing. This is top 10 worst hip hop names. Yeah, really? Yes. Starting at number 10 on my list is anybody who has the name Lil or Young in their name. To me, it seems like it traps them in this world of adolescence and, childlike. And given the image that 99% of them try to portray, why would you even want that? Number 9 on the list is Ice-T, Ice Cube, and Vanilla Ice. I don't think that there's much that I can say about this, but if you put the three of them together in a glass and mix it up really well, you'll have a nice refreshing drink for a hot summer day. Number 8, Birdman, aka Baby. What grown-ass man wants to be going around calling himself Baby? Something's wrong with these hip-hop artists. I think that they have a mama complex, Strange. And even if he's not going by Baby, he's going by Birdman. Who would want to be named after some whack-ass lame wannabe superhero? If I'm not mistaken, then he should owe Cartoon Network some royalties. Number 7 on my list is Florida. Wait, I'm sorry, Flo Rida. No, that's still not right. Flo Rida. No. Flo Rida. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know who he's trying to fool, but putting a space in the middle of the word Florida does not constitute as making, 2 whole new words. This is one case where I think Ebonics, isn't gonna help him leave out of that situation. Look, it's Florida. It's Florida. No. Number 6 on my list is Mace. Now, when you first hear this name, you're like, yeah, this dude might actually spit some fire in your eyes, if you know what I'm saying. After he opens his mouth, it's a little bit more than laughable. Of all the names he could have picked, I think that he should have used something more along the lines of I blow Diddy. But that's just my personal opinion. And speaking of Diddy, or Daydog, Daddy, Doo, Puff, Diddy Daddy, Brush, Combs, Puffy, Squishy, whatever, all the names that are P. Diddy, he's number 5. And I don't think that there's much more that I could say about that than I already have. Number 4, Flava Flav. It reminds me of, that off-brand Kool-Aid. I'm really confused as to what flavor he's trying to be. If you ask the normal black person, they'd be like, what's your favorite Kool-Aid flavor? Red! Red really isn't a flavor. But I'm confused. Really, what flavor is he trying to be? Coal? Oil? Tar? I don't know. What person makes their name their own catchphrase? Flavor Flav! Pretty smart though. Now think about it for a second. Your own self-marketing campaign. It's like Flavor Flav! Flavor Flav! But every time I hear Flavor Flav and him screaming this stupid little catchphrase name and wearing his Viking hat, I really feel like that he set our race back another 50 to 70 years. Who wears goddamn Viking hats? Number 3 on the list. Now, it's not really, as bad as you would think in a sense, but it's Carrie Hilson. And the only reason it's so bad is because I don't think she thought this through when she got into the hip-hop industry, because DJs and, rappers and all those of that genre, whatever you want to put them in, are notorious for screaming their names over the tracks. Yeah, and Carrie Hilson, it's a bit of a mouthful, so she should have knew that it was going to be shortened. But now, whenever you hear some of her songs, depending on who she's working with, they're screaming, Miss Carrie, Miss Carrie, Miss Carrie, baby. And every time I hear that, I wonder if all the pregnant women all over the world who hear that, get a hard jab into the vagina because their babies just tremble and shake in fear. Miss Carrie, baby. Alright. Number 2 on my list of top 10 worst hip-hop names is Soulja Boy Tell 'Em. Now here's a guy who messed up on both parts. Not only is he stuck as a boy for the rest of his life, but he put an actual phrase in his name. You know, it's gonna suck when he's 60 years old, and you know, he might still have that little fan base. And so, like, if he's in, like, you know, his retirement home or wherever he's gonna be, everybody's gonna be screaming his name, "Soldier Boy, tell him! Soldier Boy, tell him!" And being, you know, like 60, 70 years old, I'm sure he's gonna be, like, having Alzheimer's, and he's gonna be like, "Tell him what?" And that's exactly what everybody else thinks when they hear his name. And now that brings us to number 1. Now, I don't know what y'all are thinking, you know, and what y'all's list would be or anything like this, but out of all of the names that I've heard, and I did some research, you know, looking up some other ones too, and I've seen some worse ones, but this one is just senseless to me. And to top my list off, it's Waka Flocka Flame.
What?
Waka Flocka Flame. I don't know what kind of sense that makes to anybody else, but it makes none to me. But I can only see this happening, you know, 2 ways. And in my first instance, since everybody in the hip-hop industry isn't very secretive about their drug habits, majority of them anyway, it could have happened somewhere along the lines of like this. Flame. I mean, maybe he thinks that Waka Flocka is the sound that his lighter makes every time he lights it. Now, if he had any sense, you know, whenever he gets a little bit older and somebody comes up to him and asks him, "What the hell were you thinking when you gave yourself that name?" his reply should be, "I wasn't." But that's my list. Thank you for watching. Check you next time.